Hi there, guys, and welcome to this interview. And today we're talking to Leon. He's in the UK and he's been a part of the Academy, the Massage Therapist Success Academy, for a few years. And I'll let Leon introduce himself and tell us a little bit about him and his business and his story.
Hello. So my name's Leon. My company is Innovate for Life Massage Therapy. So my story, I changed career when I was 40, went and learned how to do various, not just massage, but personal training and general health and well-being, and just set up as a solo therapist. That was kind of very much a part-time thing. So I was having to subsidize that by doing other jobs. And then it was a very bizarre month. I kind of went, okay, it's draining me too much. So I gave up my job without a real plan of marketing, or that was the one side that bamboozled me really with setting up business. I had no real plan. And obviously having lots of people come past me as a new business, and I was in an innovation center, and it's all about startup businesses and people saying they would do my social media and wanting huge amounts of money, and me saying, well, how many customers do you bring in? And they're getting told many times, oh, it's not about that, it's about your presence on social media. So anyway, I've given up my job, and a week later, I kid you not, I don't even think it was a week later, but your advert then popped up on my Facebook. And it was the first time that anyone had kind of quantified anything, which was, I'll get you 7 clients in 7 days and I'm going to take $1 off you. And basically, that enabled me. Well, I think I got double that really in the first 7 days. So I was just, that was it. It was a roll. I had to put in some hours, as I think you might remember, to get the adverts up and running. But that was it.
Now,
so that's my story. Yeah, exactly. Well, they keep changing it, so I still keep wanting to throw the computer out the window. But it's gone from there to opening. What I found is that the adverts work wherever you are on the planet. So basically, I've opened up other clinics in wherever really, London. I've opened one, done one in Plymouth. But I was looking then to go abroad from the UK and start doing stuff until we had COVID really. So that's been my story so far, waiting for this, as we were just talking about how, what's the next strategy and navigating really the times at the moment, the downturn and transport, getting around stuff, as well as Facebook changing their layouts and how they do their adverts and stuff. But I found it really good. Even when they have, it's just jump on a call and you sort them out. So it's you can't hide it.
I'm really proud of your story because you came in and like you self-admittedly you were very technology challenged.
That's a polite way of putting it.
And you had your struggles, but for you to stick with it and to allow me to help you work through it, that was really cool. And to see the kind of results you had once you got your ads going was really cool. Like so cool, because you started expanding and you started hiring other team members and stuff like that, and just from you to get started so late in massage and then to be able to grow your business is really cool, I thought. So that's funny how you said about a lot of social media marketing. They'll just say it's about your presence. That's hilarious as well. I have heard that. But so when you saw my ad, obviously, were you skeptical at all? Were you had concerns? What were you thinking?
I think my only concern was handing over at the time. It was handing over your credit card details. Yeah. And, I think I might have blown up your inbox going, well, I've not got instant access. But, again, you're 24 hours away. But I found your response was just that just put me at ease. Because, again, a lot of people, you're either talking to a bot, but you'd be sort of, I think it was because it was a bit luck that I'd stayed up so late doing the ads, and then you'd be just getting up in the morning. But yeah, you'd always get back to me almost straight away. So yeah, I think that whatever concerns I had, I mean, for $1, you can't have a concern. It's like, well, it's going to take me 7 days. I think my thing was day one, get it done, whatever it took, just get it finished. You know, if I'm opening the laptop at 5 o'clock in the morning and closing it at 12 o'clock, and so be it. You know, that was my thing, was I'll give it as best a shot, and if there's 7 clients at the end of it, I'm happy. You know, I think I probably had 5 clients that week, you know, so
so you had plenty of time. Okay, so you got 15 the first week, or roundabouts.
It was about that, yeah.
And then obviously you continued, like, with other ads and other things, continue to grow from there. You saw some great results. And, you know, if you could kind of sum it up, I mean, how has it kind of in your head kind of changed I'd say you changed your life, but also changed your outlook for business? And what's it done for you, just knowing that you can get customers whenever you want?
Yeah, it gives you a sense of freedom, really, and it's you can enjoy it. It's enabled me to do it. You know, I love doing it, and you can look after yourself whilst doing this job. It's like, it's not hard work. You know, I used to be a builder, and you know, if I see 10 people a day, and don't get me wrong, I don't recommend seeing 10 people in a day, but physically, I wouldn't find that a struggle. And people say, oh gosh, you're working really hard. And it's like, no, trust me, this is not hard in compared to if you're building a house. So it's enabled me to do it, simple as. I mean, I was, you know, trying to run a business and also doing 40, 50 hours care work, you know, and that in itself is a brutal schedule. So it enabled me to scrap the 50 hours and put time into myself, you know, as much as that job's got, you know, it's a good job. It's draining, you know, in terms of that. So yeah, it's just enabled me to do it, really.
Yeah, nice. And so if you yeah, sorry, no, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's changed your life in that way.
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
So the next thing I was going to ask is, to try and give some value these next few clients to the listeners, is what's some of the biggest challenges that you've come across the last few years in your business, and how you overcame them?
I think the challenge is, if you're not tech savvy, is when they do a blooming update. And everything, it's okay if you understand it and you know where you want to go, but if you don't understand it and you're just like, well, that doesn't look the same, and all of a sudden that type of advert doesn't work, or you're getting, you know, you're trying to get to Rome, but they've built a new bypass or something, you know, and you've got to figure out how to get onto the bypass. With the obvious one, I guess, in the last few years has been COVID, and now we've got the cost of living crisis that seems to be global. But so yeah, those are the 3 main challenges, really. But there seems to be a way around. Yeah,
getting past them as well. Like,
yeah, absolutely, there is a way around. You know, there's always an answer to it.
Yeah. So with the updates, your solution for getting around that, I suppose you could say, like, you probably I mean, yeah, because like because I do Facebook ads for my massage business as well. I'm always on the cutting edge of that stuff, so then I pass it down to you guys and I can answer any questions, which is good.
Yeah, that's been a lifesaver. Yeah.
And same with COVID. Like, COVID affects my business just like it does all the members, so I can give updates on other ways to get around things. And especially when there's lockdowns too, I could do that kind of online stuff and share that.
Yeah, that really helped. That did. I mean, yeah, there was, because I was a new business, and the way they'd set up the funding in the UK, I wasn't eligible for any funding. Yeah. I didn't have even though I was renting a premises, it wasn't rateable. So again, I didn't get any. So it was just like, okay. But yeah, that lockdown package, I mean, I sold a couple of memberships. I mean, it was unbelievable. When I did my accounts, I actually wasn't far off, really, when I was fully open, which I was gobsmacked about. Yeah, just using those lockdown packages. So, yeah, again, that was a bit of a lifesaver, that one.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so if the next question would be, what are three of your top strategies or tactics that have helped you grow your business? And it doesn't have to just be like Facebook ads related. It can be a lot of like anything that you have noticed like has really helped grow your business.
So yeah, really, I think I was looking at that question. So yeah, I would say it's doing the marketing. Yeah, is obvious. Yeah, it brings in customers. But for me, it's more having a routine in the morning. So I'll make sure I'm getting up. I'm doing a bit of meditation. I'll navigating the fatigue. I'll do some exercise, and then I'll set an hour before anything, and it's like the door is shut and I spend that hour doing whatever it is, whether it's going through the other modules on running businesses and setting up some infrastructure or database work, or whether it's setting up an ad or whatever it is. Just there's an hour with that's it. There's no one phoning me, there's no clients interrupting, and then start your day. I mean, it does mean you're getting up at 3 hours earlier but you get used to that routine either. So I think that's been my best strategy. And if I find things slowing down and getting sluggish, it's probably because one of those things aren't happening.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Yeah, because you do have to set time aside to learn and stay up to date with your marketing and reaching out to leads and clients and checking in with them. So that's a really
and learning your own business, from other people, reading, whatever it is. Just there's an hour. I
like that. It's cool. And so what do you feel sets your business apart from other massage therapists or other massage businesses in the area? Because it is, it can be quite competitive, and like, how do you differentiate yourself?
I guess so whenever I've done my training, I don't necessarily believe in it like it's got to be expensive to be good. I guess I've been very fortunate in terms of the recommendations I've had along my way have been high end. I mean, it's unfortunate because when you're advertising yourself, there could be someone who's done an online massage course and they're calling themselves the same as you. But I think in the end, your treatment comes through and your knowledge comes through, and how you can, I've seen in the way that, like, coming across your thing, that's changed my life in terms of my treatments, where it's changed people's lives in dramatic ways, in terms of if they've come to me and they've got a post-viral fatigue or their injury from a broken leg or whatever, they've got an emotional stress, and it stops them living their lives, and then boom, 3-4 months later they're fully out there. So I guess it's, for me, is the training that, and therefore my knowledge it comes through, even though when you're doing the training you'd think, oh my god, I haven't got a clue what's going on here. Something goes in. And I guess I keep that, really. I don't do the quick CPDs. I always look for one big course a year that it's quite expensive, but it's again, it just adds another layer to your treatment, really, which I'm not inventing the wheel at the end of the day. I go to these courses and there's osteopaths and physios and all sorts of yoga people in the room, and other soft tissue therapists. So I'm not inventing the wheel, but I guess I'm the one that's, for my style of treatment, people will have it and they'll say, I've never had a massage like that. That's definitely what I get. So I've pieced them all together and I have a style that no one else is doing. And again, it's not necessarily, I hear that quite a bit with business. It's not necessarily about being the best, but being the first. Sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's a phenomenal goal, is just like keep learning. Because like most people, they probably don't have a similar mindset where they want to be the best. They just want to coast, and that's fine. But if your service can be the best, that's and you keep learning, like, you're always gonna have a successful business when you couple that with good marketing.
Yeah. And I've Yeah, exactly. The marketing is the bit, because you can be as good as you can be the best in the world, but if you're sat in a room and no one knows you're there,
Yeah.
you've got to go and do something else. So.
Yeah. So just to wrap up, Leon, so what is the future outcome that you feel like this program, the Academy, can help deliver for you? And what would be your recommendation to others who have thought about joining?
So what's the future I guess for me is, again, it's helping me navigate the challenges through COVID and cost of living. So if my goals change, I'll use it to help me get to those goals, because it's a very adaptable. I know it's to do with massage, but it's very adaptable. So I'll just whatever I need to achieve. There seems to be an option your end to help deliver the customers in. Then it's up to me to keep the customers. I think the cost of living might be causing it slowed down a little bit, the rebooking rates, but again, you've got to find ways to navigate that. So that's going to be my next challenge. My rebooking rates were really high. They were pre-COVID 80%. Whereas if now I think, and maybe I've got to look at my pricing, because a lot of high-end therapists at spas and stuff have reduced their prices a lot. Is I'm finding people are just coming in for the offers and not really wanting to follow through. So you're not building up a momentum. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. In terms of what I'd recommend to people looking to use this is if this is what you want to do, then this gets you that. It's not what's the word? It's not like, it's not like sit back and watch it happen. You've got to put in the work. For some people, it's easier than others, but go for it. Just do it and watch it happen rather than listen to the blah, blah, blah. Watch it happen.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for doing this and sharing your story and those tips that you gave as well. And yeah, thanks for the interview, Leon.
No worries. Thank you.